Namaskaram. Welcome back to Anila Inspirations. And in the third episode of English with Anila, I'm going to talk about the word sorry. There are different ways of apologizing. We do mistakes, okay, we are humans. And when we do it, we use this word sorry everywhere. And sometimes it feels like we're overusing it, and we will have to work on alternative ways of saying sorry. So let's get started. The first way of saying I'm sorry would be just to add an adverb in between. You could say I'm really sorry. That is, say for example, you forgot a pen drive that you had to give it to your colleague, and you say, I'm really sorry for forgetting to bring the pen drive. So you can say that. So you can add really, terribly, incredibly, very sorry, I'm so sorry. Instead of just saying, oh, I'm sorry, you can say, I'm really sorry for what happened. I'm terribly sorry for dropping your pen. So all these words can be used. So that is the first way of making your apology sound more real. The second way of saying it is, please forgive me. Why would you say it? Say, for example, you missed your friend's engagement party and you couldn't go, and now you have to apologize to your friend for not being there. So, what would you say? You would say, please forgive me, I couldn't make it because I had a prior engagement. So, remember that there should be a reason added when you say, please forgive me. Otherwise, it will not carry any weight. Okay? And don't overdo it because it'll sound that you're very desperate. Okay, so just use once or twice and use it with a proper tone. Please forgive me. Another way of saying sorry is excuse me. Recently I was in the lift with another colleague of mine, and my colleague suddenly sneezed. Okay, and instead of saying excuse me, he went ahead and said sorry. Sorry is actually not the right word to use there. Whenever you sneeze or burp, okay, you have to say excuse me. Excuse me is the right word. Another way where you can use excuse me is, say for example, you want to grab the attention of your colleagues. Everybody is talking about and you're in the conference room and you want to grab their attention. You would go ahead and say, excuse me, I am here, and you go ahead and talk about it. Say for example, there is a queue going and there is no other way for you to pass on to the other side, then you would say, excuse me, could you please let me pass through? There are a few ways of apologizing which suit emails. Okay, you can actually use them face to face as well, but they carry more weight when you actually write them down in an email or a letter. So I'm going to talk about how to apologize to your boss. Say, for example, you drank a little more in your yesterday's company party, and the ruckus that you created was too much, and you would like to, send a formal email apologizing to your boss. Then you would say, I take full responsibility for what happened yesterday, or I take full responsibility for my behavior yesterday, and I would like to apologize and would bear the consequences. You can say that, or you can say, I owe you an apology for what I did yesterday, or you can say, I owe you an apology for not completing my notice period and leaving the job. So now I'm going to talk about few friendly ways of saying I'm sorry. Okay, I was just searching for that word as to what would be the correct word to use there. So whenever you're talking to your friends, family, and you want to apologize to them, say for example, your friend is waiting for you on the road and you're 10 minutes late, what would you say? You would say, my bad, I was stuck in traffic. So my bad is another way of saying I'm sorry for being late. But then make sure you complete the sentence. You tell the reason why you're late. So, my bad is another way of saying. You can also say, I'm sorry for keeping you wait. I was stuck in traffic. This traffic was very bad. So, oops is also another way of saying I'm sorry informally. So don't use it in the office or in your college school with your professors. Please don't do that in a formal situation. Always do it with your friends and family whom you're close with. Sorry can also be used in an empathetic way. Okay, you might be wondering what is empathy. Empathy is being in another person's shoe and feeling their loss. Okay, say for example, your friend has recently lost his pet. You would say, I'm really sorry, I heard that you lost your pet. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry for your loss. So these are the different ways. Your friend has recently lost a family member. You would say, I understand what you're going through. I'm so sorry for your loss. So these are few different ways where you can empathize with sorry. I'm glad you watched this video and learned different ways of apologizing. Hope you don't have to use them often. That's it with this video. If you have any questions for me, do place it in the comment section. I'll be glad to reply to you. And do like, share and subscribe to my channel. Until then, Jai Hind.